Toyota has just taken the wraps off three brand new HiLux models, the Rogue, the Rugged and the Rugged X, and they're designed to add a bit more meat to the HiLux offering. Today we're going to do some off-road driving to see whether they stack up as a good factory modification alternative.
The new range kicks off with the Rugged from $54,990. The Rugged's based on the SR and builds on that offering with a snorkel, a new grille, side rock rails, a sports bar, a heavy-duty steel rear bar and recovery points. While it comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, it can be had with a 6-speed automatic for just $2,000 more. The HiLux Rogue is for the tradie that wants a bit more luxury in their ute. It's priced from $61,690 and comes standard with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Added to the standard equipment list includes a front-end design that's new to the car, outboard driving lights, a new hard tonneau cover, and the same interior highlights as the Rugged X. Plus, you also get some pretty plush-looking carpet in the back and a light that opens with the hard tonneau.
Of the three models, this one here is the top of the line, the Rugged X, and you can see where it gets its name from. It looks incredibly rugged. Toyota started development work on this in 2015 prior to the HiLux being revealed, and what they did here was develop a brand new front end that integrates a LED light bar and a stack of underbody protection, including these very cool Jeep-esque red recovery hooks that are designed to effectively pull this car out if you are genuinely stuck. Decals, you get Rugged on the bonnet there, you get new wheels on the side, you get a pretty cool looking snorkel, some black highlights, some changes to the interior, but I reckon this is my favourite part, the sports bar. It's effectively welded directly into the body. You can have up to 75 kilos of vertical load on the top of it, and you can tie down up to 200 kilos attached to the car. Around the back here, you have a few other styling highlights. This sort of stuff, you get the Rugged X badge. It is a pretty cool looking car, but how does it drive? Let's go for a spin. Toyota's pretty impressed with these three new models in terms of off-road ability, and we will get to that soon in terms of testing it. But what are they like out on the open road? Well, good news, they are pretty much no different at all. The models that do get the bull bars, so the Rugged and the Rugged X, they have stiffer springs, and they're the same springs that they'll fit to cars that get bull bars outside of these new models as well. So it's not a great deal of change there. There is some extra mass with the Rugged X. It's about 200 kilos heavier, but you really don't notice that. The car motors along just as it normally would. You're offered the same automatic and manual gearboxes, although the Rogue is only available with an automatic, whereas the Rugged and the Rugged X come in manual and automatic as well. What that means is that when you are powering through some country roads here, it's just a quiet environment. There's a little less torque than I would have liked, especially for things like overtaking. It takes a while to wind them up, so when you do carry the extra weight here, you do obviously feel that when you do have a few passengers on board and you are trying to overtake. But outside of that, they feel exactly like a HiLux normally does. While the Rogue was primarily designed and engineered in Thailand, the Rugged and the Rugged X have been done here in Australia, and it does show that Toyota is still very much invested in its local engineering program.
But how do these new models fare off the beaten track? Only one way to find out.
Toyota hasn't changed anything here in terms of the four-wheel drive equipment. So you still have High 2, which is your two-wheel drive mode, High 4, which is a four-wheel drive mode with that center differential locked. You also have a low range for low range set of gears, and you also have a rear differential lock as well. Climbing in and out of these ruts is incredibly easy. Here in low range mode, it is arguably just a walk in the park. It's also easy with the manual gearbox. It doesn't seem to fuss too much. Okay, this section here that we're getting to is where these changes to the front end are really going to shine. So as we approach here, the lifted rake on the bull bar helps it avoid getting a hit. We are going to touch that though, I reckon. There it is, just grazed it ever so slightly, but it gives you that extra freedom and confidence that you wouldn't have with the normal front end. Toyota spent a great deal of time developing these changes to the HiLux right here in Australia. While the whole process commenced in 2015, just before this latest HiLux came out, it wasn't until March 2016 that Toyota finally approved the design after it went through a few design clinics, and then they gave it the green tick. When they gave it the green tick, it meant that Toyota could go out, build prototypes and start testing. And testing they did. They absolutely hammered these cars to make sure that the underbody protection will last the test of time. And to see whether Toyota was honest with this, we have a section here that I would never ever do in my own car, but Toyota is insisting we try in this. We're basically going to drive over a rock and cause the car to drop onto these giant rocks, and in theory the car should be able to withstand this. Let's give it a crack. Alrighty, here we go. This is seriously daunting, and like I said, I wouldn't be trying this in my own car, but Toyota wants us to see how it goes. So we first line up next to it, and then as I get past it, I'm going to effectively clear it and then drop the car onto it. Here we go. Get ready for this. Oh, this is nasty. That is absolutely nasty. Oh man, I'm glad they durability tested this stuff, because effectively what we've done right there is drop the entire car's weight onto the side steps, and it's something that the car supports, but it just gives me chills thinking about it. One of the best things here is that when you buy an SR5, it just looks like an SR5, and you can get yourself into a Rugged for effectively the same price, and that will give you a car that looks like it's ready to go anywhere. And then if you want to take it up to that next level and still have your luxuries inside and get the Rugged X, it's not that much more to have the car kitted out with four-wheel drive equipment that would literally cost you thousands to put on the car yourself. It's warranted by Toyota, and it means that you can just go four-wheel driving. It's built for this, it's been tested for this. It really is what Toyota's all about. Okay, let's talk about the downsides while we clamber through this rocky section of riverbed. Ford started working on the Ranger Raptor in 2015, and they've come up with a product that is entirely, I guess, unique to the current Ranger offering. You've got four-wheel disc brakes, Fox shocks, you've got a brand new engine, a new gearbox, it's lifted off the ground. It is a pretty impressive machine. Toyota started development, or started thinking about this car at the same time, and they've come up with what looks really impressive, but it's not a huge departure from the standard offering. Sure, some will argue that the standard offering is good enough as it is, so you don't need that, which is fair enough. But at the end of the day, I would love to see something a bit more rugged from Toyota, and perhaps something a bit quicker, different engine offering, and definitely some rear disc brakes. So folks, that has been your first look at the Toyota HiLux Rugged, Rogue and Rugged X. Let us know what you think in the comments below, but in the interim, head to caradvice.com to check out all the latest Toyota news, and don't forget to subscribe to our videos.